Good morning, everyone. Let's Namaskar, type our Kundalini and put ourselves into Bandhan. Fabulous. I thought this morning we might just do a few mantras and then listen to a talk. We'll start with Shri Mataji's 3 great mantras, and then we'll do 4 mantras to Shri Ganesha, and then I've got some mantras for the Virata that I thought we could just sing ourselves. Shri Mataji, thank you for being here with us this morning and blessing us with your vibrations. For mantras to Shri Ganesha. Devi Shri Ganesha, please remove all the obstacles in our ascent. Please remove all the obstacles in us meditating deeply and silently today and each day. Oh, excuse me. Okay. So I thought we would do the mantras for the Virata. So I'll read out them and then we'll sing them together. So the first one is Shri Gruha Lakshmi Kubara Virata Sakshat. So Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Gruha Lakshmi Kubara Virata Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nimala Devi Namo Namaha. The next one is Shri Brahmadeva Vitala Varata. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Brahmadeva Vitala Varata Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. The next one is Shri Vishnumaya Bharata. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Vishnumaya Bharata Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nimala Devi Namo Namaha. The next one is Shri Vitala Vishnumaya Bharata. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Vitala Vishnumaya Bharata Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nimala Devi Namo Namaha. Oh, and the last one is Shri Nira Ananda Sakshat. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Nir Ananda Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nimala Devi Namo Namaha. And let's just absorb those vibrations for a few minutes. If we can just meditate for a few more minutes, because I've lost my talk. Oh yeah, got it.
Regarding
So this one is, I'm not sure when it was done, but it's called Not Reacting and Humility.
today's great advent of Sri Jesus Christ, I told them that he came on this world but with a very great vision. I would say one of the greatest visions, because he wanted to open the Agya Chakra, which was so constricted and could not be done before. For that he had to sacrifice his life. By that sacrifice only, the great Agya could be opened. He was aware of it. He knew that it has to happen, that he has to somehow accept this sacrifice. As it is, he was a divine personality. He had no problem in doing so. But he thought that could be some other way there by which you can open this Sahaja Chakra. But he had to sacrifice his life. And in that sacrifice, he has shown that if you have to rise above this mundane, superficial life, you have to, in a way, sacrifice. Sacrifice what? Sacrifice all your 6 enemies. But with the Kundalini awakening, all these 6 enemies completely get detached. Depends on how your Kundalini has risen. If she has risen in a perfect manner, then I've seen people at the first shot, they just become completely self-realized. Of course, there are very few, but they have been. While I see most of you have little problems, and for most of you it is the problem of the Agya Chakra. How do we get the Agya Chakra working so much is this, that we think as a reaction to anything outside. We react to everything. I see here all these lamps. I can react by saying, from where did they get all these? How much it must have cost? Where are they kept all the year round? All kinds of things. I can react. This reaction comes from our conditioning or from our ego. Egoistical people are extremely sensitive. If you give them, say, something that they think is not very dignified, they can feel hurt. They can feel hurt for anything because they have a consciousness that they are something special, something higher people, and one should behave with them when they are dealing with anyone. And that's how they get absolutely disturbed if they find anybody in any way degrading them. This comes from ego. Ego is a part and parcel of the Sahaja movement. And the second one is your conditioning. Now you have a conditioning. Say you are an Indian. Now the conditioning is that a person who comes to meet you should touch your feet. Suppose that's your relationship. And the person doesn't touch your feet, then you are angry. Anything like that, which is your conditioning, gives you an idea that you are being insulted or in any way you have not been respected, then you feel bad. The other reactions of ego are like this. As I said, I see those lamps and I can say, why not I have it? Or if I have them, why will I give it to anyone? Ego reactions are there, or conditioning reactions are there. These two were to be finished, and that was done by the sacrifice of the life of Christ. Christ himself was a divine person. And a divine person is like the sea, because it remains at the 0 point, at the lowest point. It does all work from that point. It will make clouds, it will make rain, and when all the rivers are in space, they'll run into the sea. Because the sea remains at the lower part. So humility is one of the criteria of a Sahaja. A person who doesn't have humility cannot be called Sahaja. I have seen even Sahajogis get very angry. Sometimes start shouting and getting angry and misbehaving. That's the sign that he is not yet a Sahajogi. He has to still watch. So, this humility of a person will give you more stationary, I would say, more permanent state by which you will not react. You will not react. You look at anything, you react. But then you don't react, you just watch. And that is how the new state, or witness state, comes into. When you become the witness, you are just watching. Just watching. Not reacting, not thinking about it, but you are in the present. And in the present you just watch. Watch and really enjoy. The enjoyment of all the creation is not within your mind when you are thinking. And when you are not thinking, the whole enjoyment of the beauty of all this creation reflects in you and gives you tremendous joy and peace. So one has to learn that we should not react. The today's problem is all human beings are very good at reacting. Reaction is the basic principle of today's life. See any newspaper, you see any book, you meet anyone, what I find that they are experts on reacting. They react. And by reaction, what happens? They never achieve any essence of the thing. Essence is only through witness state that you can achieve. This is what we have to learn from the crucifixion of Christ, from his birth, that he was born in a very humble family, very poor family. in very adverse conditions. The reason was to show that all these outward things and all these outward glories do not make you great. The greatness is within, and when that greatness is there, then you don't care for it, because you are so much enriched within yourself that you don't bother about other things. You don't think about these things. And you live in your own majestic life. This is what we see in his life. He was a very majestic person. Otherwise, if you meet somebody who is a poor man, say, and who has felt the poverty, he'll talk to you with a beggarish style. If there's somebody who is born in a rich family, he will talk to you in a very, I should say, outwardly showing off nature. But a person who is a divine person, all these things don't touch. For him, riches or not riches, positions or no power, is all just the same. And when that happens, then you should consider that you have become service.
Let's meditate silently together. let's finish up with the morning prayer. May I this day be what you'd have me be. May I this day say what you'd have me say. May I this day be part and parcel of the whole, and may my thoughts be of a realized soul. May I this day have love for all mankind. Shri Mataji, be in my heart and in my mind. Forgive me what I've done, and forgive those who have done harm to me. I thought I'd also read this. It's called Guide to Perfection. It's from the 18th chapter of the Bhagavad Gita. And it says, life is a challenge, meet it. Life is a gift, accept it. Life is an adventure, dare it. Life is a sorrow, overcome it. Life is a tragedy, face it. Life is a duty, perform it. Life is a game, play it. Life is a mystery, unfold it. Life is a song, sing it. Life is an opportunity, take it. Life is a journey, complete it. Life is a promise, fulfill it. Life is love, discover it. I've lost my place. Life is a promise, fulfill it. Life is love, discover it. Life is beauty, praise it. Life is truth, realize it. Life is a struggle, fight it. Life is a puzzle, solve it. Life is a goal, achieve it. Jai Shri Mataji. We'll finish with the last of the three great mantras. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Kalki Sakshat Shri Sahasrara Swamini Moksha Pradini Mataji Shri Nimala Devi Namo Namaha. I'll put on music for a little bit, and for those that need to go in your own time, just type your Kundalini, put yourself into Bandhan. Thank you very much for joining this morning. The vibrations are just beautiful, and thank you for being a part of it all. And thank you to Shri Mataji for those vibrations. Oops. Thank you everyone for joining this morning. May you have a really beautiful Nirmala day. Jai Shri Mataji.